Dr. Weston, I want to thank you for filling in for Dr. Terry today. I spoke with him last night, and for the other members here, he's down with COVID, so better he's not here. You did a fine job standing in for him. You actually kept it to 3 minutes. With his exuberance and enthusiasm, he never would have been able to do that. So, Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, founded in Erie, Pennsylvania, is my understanding, and you now have a standalone medical school in Elmira, New York, correct?
Yes, sir, as well as Seton Hills in Pittsburgh, and we also have one in Bradenton, Florida.
And your focus and commitment, I'd like you to describe a little more on your request here in this budget for funding for a center of excellence for rural health and underserved areas. Can you just talk a little more about your commitment and the college's philosophy towards looking to recruit students from rural New York and underserved communities in New York, and the efforts to working to keep them to practice in those communities once they graduate?
Yes, sir. Once we came to Elmira in 2012, and we opened the medical school in 2020, we established residency and centers of training in Niagara Falls, that would be Niagara Falls Memorial, and also Sisters Hospital in Buffalo, Samaritan Medical Center in Watertown, Our Lady of Lourdes in Binghamton, Elmira, and we also have one in Yonkers and Far Rockaway, Queens. So as you can see, all those areas are pretty much rural areas, and they're also areas of need. And so what we're envisioning is we want to train students and get students from New York. And how do we do that? A lot of people don't think they can be doctors. They're not smart enough. I just say, if I'm smart enough to make it through, you're smart enough to make it through. And I just use myself as an example. I come from a working class town in Endicott, New York, and I got lucky and I made it to medical school. So if we go in and mentor these kids and start in middle school and start in high school and say, you can do this, and we partner them up with our medical students in those sites, right? So they spend some time with them. We can bring them to LECOM and show them what we do there and say, this is something that you can do. We're the largest medical school in America. We give out a lot of scholarships, and we want to do even more of that. So, we have we're one of the most affordable colleges in the country as well.
And now, in the last 30 seconds, for the Centers for Excellence for Rural and Underserved Health, what is your ask dollar amount to get this in?
We're humbly asking for $250,000, and that's humbly.
$250,000.
Yes, sir.
To recruit doctors.
To recruit,
within
educate,
New York State
train.
For serving in underserved and rural parts of New York State.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you for leading me in that. I appreciate that.